Hello all, welcome to the course on C programs, and today we will going to discuss a program for palindrome. So let's get started. First we will launch the Turbo C++. Okay, so we will obtain the new file. So palindrome means what? Let's say the example of ICICI Bank. It is read from the front end and the back end remains the same. So it is a palindrome like. So we will start the program. Firstly we will require the header files. So we will type accordingly. Followed by the main function, then parenthesis open. We will declare the variables required. Let's say r n for the number, initialize the value of r to 0, and a temporary variable required for the interchange process. Then clr scr printf, enter the number. We are checking the palindrome for number, not for the string. We can also make the string program as well. We will see in the coming up sections, but in this video we will going to discuss about the palindrome number. So enter the number to check. Scanf %d, format specifier, address of operator, and n. Now we will firstly see the logic. So we will do what? We will declare the temporary variable as and we will store the value. Then we will run the while loop. So while jab tak, unless and until, right? Unless and until the temporary variable is not equal to 0, run the loop and see the logic. We will say that r equals to r multiplied by 10, then r equals to r plus temp of remainder. We will add the remainder function to the r, remainder of r to the r, and then we will update the value of temp as the divide function. Temp divided by 10, we will see the quotient and update the quotient. Now if so, now we will compare the value of r with n, and if we are supposed to have the equal values, then we can conclude that this is a palindrome, otherwise not a palindrome. So we will check it by if condition. So if n equals to relational operator, r comparison operator, or we can say, so then it will compare the values that number %d is a palindrome, else printf number %d is not a palindrome. I hope the logic is very much clear. We will work more on the logics in our course on C programming theoretical, where we will learn the different core concepts of the C programming and logics. In this series we are going to cover the programs for the same. So we have declared the header files, we have declared the main function, we have declared the variables, we have entered the variables, run the while loop, compare the logic, and then accordingly we will have this. Now end the program by get ch and curly braces close. So let us run the program. Yeah, so now enter the number to check. Suppose 789. So wrongly detected. Wait a second. we have to always use the this. So 987. So it is not a palindrome, right? Suppose we need to check, let us say an example of a palindrome. So 321 or 123 is not a palindrome. Okay, so anyone suggested a example of a palindrome? So we will check it accordingly. Yeah, so one example is this one. Let's say 164 164 61. So number is a palindrome. So here is when a mistake percent %d value is not updating accordingly. So let me check what where it is happening, because the n value we have stored in percent %d and it is not updating accordingly. So let us remove the percent %d from here, because it is changing the value as per the logic, so no required. So now we have both the answers. We have checked for the palindrome as well as a non-palindrome number. So this is the logic. Again, revise the logic. What we have done is, firstly we have entered the number, then we will change the value, we will store the value of the number in a temporary variable, then we will run the loop on the temporary variable. Unless and until the temporary variable not equal to 0, we will update the value of r, which is initially 0. So we will first multiply it by 10, so value becomes 10, 0, then again it will be 0 only, then r equals to r plus temporary. Suppose here r equals to, suppose temporary variable is n, so n is that number and that remainder value plus r, and then we will quotient and divide the and store the value of the division to the temporary variable. And then again what we have done is, if n equal to r, so if both the numbers are equal, then we have the number as a palindrome. Like the previous case, we have seen the example of 16461. Otherwise, it will be not a palindrome. So in this way, we will have checked the palindrome number program. Similarly, we can check for the string as well. So for that, we have to only replace the numbers by the string operators and manipulate the terms accordingly. Thank you.